Yep, we're doing another one of these again. Welcome back to Simpsons Reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing the entirety of the fourth season of The Simpsons. Let's begin. Camp Krusty. Bart and Lisa attend a disastrous summer camp run by Krusty the Clown, leading to a kid's rebellion against the cruel director, Mr. Black. Some people might get offended by that. While Homer and Marge enjoy their time alone. I like the Camp Krusty theme song, and the concept of Bart and Lisa being trapped in somewhere and they have to escape it or taking over the place is a really good idea. So I'll go appreciate them for that. And they were gonna have this as the Simpsons movie, and if I'm gonna be honest with you, this would not make a good Simpsons movie. It would make a good episode, but not a Simpsons movie. Like, no. Anyways, a streetcar named Marge. Marge stars as Blanche Dubois in a musical version of A Streetcar Named Desire, leading to her to see parallels of Homer and Stanley Kowalski, while Maggie tries to get her pacifier back from a strict daycare owner. I kind of forgot this episode even existed, and now I know. I remember why I forgot it existed. This episode's so boring. Hey, you! Are you the type of person that really hates these episodes where not Mario, Homer and Marge's relationship is on a tightrope, meaning it's completely in danger? Oh, you hate those episodes? Well, then you are not gonna like this episode then. I honestly just thought the side plot with Maggie is so much better than whatever this is. Whatever. Homer the Heretic. Homer skips church and has a great day, leading him to quit attending, which angers God, who visits him in a dream and eventually causes a house fire that is put out by Springfield's diverse volunteer fire department, leading Homer to return to church. The fact that Homer literally meets King God in this episode is crazy. We never get to see his face though, and I think they want to leave that as a running gag in the series. So yeah, this is a really funny episode. I like it. Right. Lisa the Beauty Queen. Homer enters Lisa in a beauty pageant to boost her confidence after an unflattering caricature making her feel ugly. Once again, I do love the fact that Homer would do anything to make Lisa happy, and I respect that. I so I so I need to stop stuttering. This episode was really good. Treehouse of Horror 3. See, this is where things get better. This is one of my favorite Treehouse of Horrors, and for a good reason. I like all of the three segments. Yep, that's right. You thought I was the Treehouse of Horror hater? Nope. I actually like all three segments. So there's a Halloween party in the Simpsons house, and so Bart and Lisa tell spooky stories to the partygoers. One of the spooky stories is Clown Without Pity, where an evil Krusty doll tries to kill Homer. That is one of my personal favorites because, I don't know, I just love the evil Krusty doll's personality. I even have one myself. And yes, it did try to kill me. Don't buy one. I only bought it because I'm a crazy person. The next segment was King Homer, which is a parody of Godzilla. Everybody knows that. And that one was really cool too. I like how King Homer is just a murderer by eating literally everyone he sees. He even eats Marge's mom at the end. Yeah, I really like that one. And the final one is Dial Z for Zombies, where everyone is a zombie and they gotta kill all of them. This one is just iconic. Especially the, Dad, you killed the zombie flameters! He was a zombie? Yeah, this is a really good episode. Alright, Itchy and Scratchy the movie. Okay, this is a top tier episode right here. Homer grounds Bart from seeing the new Itchy and Scratchy movie as punishment for his misbehavior, leading to Bart's intense frustration as the only kid in Springfield to miss it. Then there's a future scene where a grown-up Bart, now Chief Justice, finally sees the film with Homer. For once, Homer actually uses his brain. I mean, it was kind of deserving of Bart, but that must be like the worst punishment ever, not seeing a movie that you really want to see so bad. This episode also proves that Homer is not a bad parent. Well, Bart thinks he is now. I mean parenting skills. Marge gets a job. Marge takes a job at the Springfield nuclear power plant to pay for the house repairs, leading to Mr. Burns developing a crush on her, trying to woo her with the kidnapped John tones. Mr. Burns, aren't you like 100 years old? Maybe he did get deserve to get shot by Maggie. This is the weirdest episode I've ever seen because Mr. Burns is a little creep. But also, who wouldn't want to smash Marge? New kid on the block. Bart falls for his new teenager neighbor Laura Powers, only to find she's dating Jimbo Jones, leading him to try and scare Jimbo off. Bart gets heartbroken because his crush is dating someone else. I've had a similar experience. This is like the only episode Laura Powers. Yeah, Laura Powers is a one-time character, even though her mom, Ruth Powers, has more big role episodes. So that's So let's just say her daughter vanished from existence and we never saw her again. This episode's so relatable. I love it. Mr. Plow. Go, Mr. Plow. That's my name. My name again is Mr. Plow. This is probably the most iconic episode ever. Well, that or Marge versus the Monorail, or Cape Fear, or Flaming Moe's. Homer starts a successful snowplowing business, and Barney also does as well, so they compete. We never seen Barney have a big role in episodes, so this was kind of nice to see him here. And yeah, it's the most iconic episode. Mr. Plow is just the definition of iconic. Lisa's first word. A flashback episode where the Simpsons try to get Maggie to talk, prompting Homer and Marge reminisce about Lisa's birth and Bart's jealousy. And also, Lisa's first word is Bart, which delights him. And that's why they care for each other, I guess. This was a really good flashback episode. I love how Bart is sent to the corner so many times. Hey, there's this one scene where Homer finds out that Bart did another bad thing, so he sends him to the corner, but Bart is already in the corner. I guess that proves Bart is just a troublemaker. The ending is also heartwarming with Maggie's first word being daddy. That probably got taken out of context. Anyway, this was a really good episode. Homer's triple bypass. Homer has a heart attack due to his unhealthy lifestyle and needs a triple bypass. But the family can only afford the incompetent Dr. Nick Riveria, who, with guidance from Lisa, successfully performs the surgery, saving Homer's life in a chaotic but ultimately successful operation. And then he dies in this episode, I guess. It's fine. It's kind of mid, because it doesn't have that much humor, but whatever. Marge versus the Monorail. Monorail! 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 Springfield uses a $3 million fine from Mr. Burns to buy a faulty monorail from a con man, Lyle Lenley, leading to Marge trying to stop the disastrous train, which Homer is now conducting, from destroying the town. Phil Hartman is in this episode, which... Rest in peace, by the way, the GOAT. So every time I hear his voice, I think of Troy McClure, even though it's not him. Still voiced by the same person, though. Yeah, this episode's just iconic. Like, the beginning of the episode with Homer recreating the Flintstones theme song, and then it just gets to the actual episode. So, like, what was the point of that beginning? Also, the Monorail song is a certified bop. Anyway, so yeah, a good episode. Selma's Choice. A beer for me, a beer for you. I'll have enough. You have one too. Selma, inspired by her late aunt's warning against dying alone, deciding to have a baby, leading her to take Bart and Lisa to the Duff Gardens theme park for a trial run, which ends disastrously and convinces her to adopt her aunt's iguana, Jub Jub, instead. So, like, is this a Selma trying to find love episode or a theme park episode? Because it just has a mix of both, Also, Duff Gardens. We all know that's a reference to Busch Gardens. I mean, it even has it in the name. There's also a B-plot where Homer gets sick from a disgusting sandwich, which we really don't go anywhere with that plot, so it's not really that interesting. This is a fine episode, I guess. Brother from the Same Planet. Bart gets upset with Homer for being late, joins the Bigger Brothers program to get a new role model, leading to a jealous Homer getting a little brother and a huge fight between the two men, while Lisa gets addicted to a Teens Idol 900 hotline. The Homer and Bart's big brother fight scene was really funny. It reminded me of those Family Guy chicken fights, even though this was before that. disgusting show. Yeah, I don't really like Family Guy that much. I'm more of a Simpsons goer. So this was a really good episode and also really funny too. We also got this meme. I love Lisa. Lisa gives a pity Valentine's card to Ralph Wiggum, leading him to develop a huge crush on her, which she publicly rejects, causing a feud between the families until Ralph's heartfelt performance as George Washington in the school pageant mends things, ending with them as friends. The fact that the episode ends with Monster Mash as the end credits is so random. Also, the Valentine's card says, I choose you. It's a train pun. Also, this actually happened to Matt Groening as a kid, so that's where he got that from. Or was it Matt Groening? I don't know. I know it was someone from the Simpsons writers, but I could see why Lisa rejected Ralph Wiggum, because who would want to date that thing? Really, really, really good episode. Duffless. Homer gets arrested for drunk driving after a Duff Fury tour and must abstain from beer for a month, while Lisa tries to prove Bart is less intelligent than a hamster for a science fair project. The side plot is just diabolical to Bart, like, oh my god. This is an interesting concept. Homer giving up beer for, was it a month? Yeah, it was a month. I really like that concept, and the side plot, yeah, it's diabolical. Yeah, this is a really good episode. Last exit is Springfield. Homer becomes the head of the nuclear power plant's union to fight Mr. Burns' attempt to cut the Daniel plan, which is needed for Lisa's braces, leading to strike with many pop culture parodies and a focus on labor versus management. So Lisa gets braces. Daniel plan! The song of this one is a certified bop, but this is kind of a mad episode, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry I called it a mad episode. I just really no. So it's come to this, a Simpsons clip. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It's a clip show. Has the show's budget really got that cheap? A Bart's prank on Homer backfires, causing an explosion that puts Homer in a coma, leading the family to reminisce about past events through clips from previous episodes while waiting at his hospital bedside. You know, funny thing, this is actually made on April Fool's Day, so one of this was just an April Fool's joke to the fans. You know, I highly doubt it. You already know my opinion on this episode. It's about the same as everyone else. It honestly shouldn't be considered an episode, since it's just a clip show. The front. Bart and Lisa used their grandpa as a front to get their itchy and scratchy scripts accepted by the studio, leading to Grandpa winning an award and then denouncing the show's violence. They made a joke about shows using the same background. The Flintstones probably got their feelings hurt. Also, the episode ran short, so they just played a gag named Everyone Loves Ned Flanders. That was really funny. I mean, they could have just made the intro longer, like maybe have a longer couch gag, but whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do. Wacky Day. Springfield celebrates a holiday of clubbing snakes to death, while Lisa protests with the help of Barry White, while Bart is homeschooled by Marge after being expelled. This one is so boring. I hardly even remember this episode. This is the worst episode of the season. Let me rephrase that. The worst real episode of the season. Clip shows are clip shows. Marge in chains. Marge is arrested for shoplifting after an exhausting flu epidemic hits to Springfield, leading to chaos at home as Homer tries to cope, and she is eventually freed by a riot of townspeople who need her famous marshmallow squares for a bake sale. So, like, Marge goes to jail, and everybody misses her. You know, this episode's kind of predictable. Also, did they predict the coronavirus in this episode? Like, I swear, they are gods. So yeah, it's kind of predictable, and it's kind of not really on the humor side of things, but whatever. Krusty gets canceled. Krusty the Clown show is canceled due to competition from a new puppet dummy named Gabbo, leading Bart and Lisa to organize a star-studded comeback special featuring celebrities like the Red Hot Chili Peppers to help them get it back on the air. Sending those clowns is a certified bop. Yeah, the season was definitely on the musical side of things. And when I first read the title of the episode, like, Krusty gets canceled, I thought he did like a harsh act or something. I didn't mean like a show to get canceled. Like, I was like, what did he do? Did he like touch? Here is my final ranking, and I am done. See y'all when I review season 5. Goodbye.